Maybe this shot's not even meant to be vertical. It's meant to be, you're meant to have your phone horizontally for this one.
G'day, legend. Just before you proceed any further in this video, know that it's pretty bloody immature. I say the word dick like 30,000 times. The whole thing revolves around penises. All in all, it's just a really silly video. Not my finest 12 or so minutes, but that's alright, we get through it. Just appreciate you clicking on this video, having a watch regardless, eh? If you're deciding to leave right now, just chuck me a subscribe before you go. Would bloody appreciate it immensely. Anyway, proceed with the dicks.
I feel like Facebook is one of the last good remaining social media platforms we've got these days. Amazing content coming from middle-aged women, old white blokes that just like to complain about things. All the ads that show up straight after I've talked about something with a friend of mine, so I know exactly how to buy that thing. It's very convenient. All of that. And there's also still amazing, trustworthy journalism on there. Journalism how it used to be, telling the hard-hitting truth. The amazing, untold stories of people across the world. Just like this article I saw the other day from Vice Australia. The headline I saw read like this: Meet Dick Run Claire, the woman who draws dicks with running apps. That there, Cambo, is why you're on Facebook every day, scrolling through and completely procrastinating all the work that you actually have to do. That is genius. So I'd like to share with you today some of the greatest journalism that I've read in a very, very long time. Let's read it together. For a little over 3 years, Claire has been running the streets in the shape of dicks. The 33-year-old New Jerseyan says it started as an accident at Thanksgiving 2015 when she visited her brother in Kansas City, went for a run and got lost. You know, as an Australian, I always think to myself, what happens in American Thanksgiving? I hear a lot of good things about turkeys, stuffing, cranberry sauce, but I didn't actually know what Thanksgiving meant. But I feel like I've learnt now. I feel like I understand the true meaning of Thanksgiving, thanks to Dick Run Claire. Claire eventually found her way back, tracing a roundabout route through the streets of the city's east. But looking back at her GPS tracker, she noticed something. Sketched out on a map, her course almost perfectly resembled the outline of erect phallus, balls and all. Thank God, because too many people in this world are forgetting about the balls. And there's a lot of good ball games out there. Basketball, soccer, tennis, table tennis, even the small balls matter. Claire had unwittingly run her very first dick, and thus Dick Run Claire was born. This is the sort of shit they should be teaching in sex ed. Where does the dick come from? It doesn't come from a stork flying high above cities and towns to drop the baby through a chimney or on the doorstep. No, it comes from a woman going on her Thanksgiving run. That's how dicks are made, and therefore babies are born. I love looking for dick roots. Stuff that up. Let me rephrase that. I love looking for dick run roots. Claire, who doesn't? I feel like I should be on My Strange Addiction now that I've heard how that sounds. If she sent an email off to Barcroft TV, they would snap her up faster than a girl in her 20s acting like a 6-year-old.
Can I put it on the fridge? Hooray!
But honestly, I just love running. It's my favourite way to get a workout in, and drawing a giant dick across a town is really just a bonus. Claire's Instagram page is rife with dicks of various shapes and sizes. Long dicks, short dicks, fat dicks, skinny dicks. Okay, Dr. Zoo, settle down, alright? This is not one fish, blue fish, two fish... What? Hang on, what is that book called? One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Long dicks, short dicks, skinny dicks, fat dicks. She's all inclusive and I bloody love it. Some of them have been detailed with veins or wrinkly balls, or a hand wrapped around the shaft. And all of them have been drawn through Claire's carefully plotted running circuits, by turning at the right streets and going down roads she otherwise wouldn't. Honestly, Claire, it sounds like the best way to explore a city. Drawing dicks on the road. Through years of experience, she's become a self-proclaimed master at spotting penises on a map. She should go on America's Got Talent. I'd vote for it. Imagine the conversation that she'd have in the foyer waiting for her turn to go on. Hi, I'm Steve. I'm an alternative fire dancer. What I do is set fire and I dance around it. Alternatively, what do you do? My name's Claire and I'm a master at spotting penises on a map. Oh. I always plan out the dick runs and follow the route I've saved on my phone, she says. It's actually kind of tough. That was a perfect time to use a hard pun. It's actually kind of hard. Right? Hey? Comedy. Especially the more detailed routes. I like the ones with hands. Look, I think it's time that we now jump into Claire's Instagram and see what she's really about. It's time to open the doors of Claire's Dick Run gallery. This stick kind of looks like a handgun that you'd use when you were younger, playing cops and robbers with your siblings or your young friends. Like, Jesus, is that even meant to be his balls, or is that meant to be like the root of the dick, like the dick root? Not like the R-O-U-T-E, the R-O-O-T, like the start of the dick. That's not a dick. What's going on there with the that little one? Is that meant to be the part of the knob? Oh, Jesus, here we go. This is the motherload of dicks. This is a 3-year anniversary of dicks. Look at that. That's the first one. I'd have to say my favourites are the ones with the hands, because there's a lot of thought going into it, and oh God, look at that bottom left one. A lot of nut. The nut to like shaft ratio, way off. Great dick run. That's a great dick run just there. There's just something about a crudely drawn member, it seems, that really resonates with people. An artist should never rest on their laurels though, and Claire's recently been expanding her creative horizons to also include twat trots. Claire says she's been trying to perfect the twat trot forever, but has always had difficulty in mapping it out correctly. She can't find all the parts of a vagina. What's new? Am I right, ladies? As she points out, not a whole lot of roads conversion to a vagina shape. Then, in July last year, she realised her vision and has since gone on to create several more. Now, everyone's asking for boobs. It's worth mentioning though that Claire herself is no dilettante, a person who cultivates an area of interest, such as the arts, without real commitment or knowledge. The more you know. Her biggest dick run of all time clocked in at a whopping 14 miles. Somewhere in Vermont while she was training for a marathon, and now she's trying to get one in each of the 50 US states. She does, however, encourage anyone and everyone to give the sport a go. It's fun planning them, and it gets me out there on days I would otherwise skip a run. And you can do it literally anywhere. Obviously, city grid systems are easy to come up with a drawing, but the best are smaller towns and neighbourhoods. All you need is a keen eye. Was that a pun? Was that a dick pun? Keen eye? One eye? No, I'm stretching it. Some routes, she adds, have already been drawn for you. When they have some kind of awesome detail, I can't help but think that some town planning committee literally built that dick into their road system. Honestly, sometimes they're so detailed and so obvious that I think someone did it on purpose. Could you imagine that? Like a town planning meeting and this happens?
Very good. Anyway, without further ado, I'd like to show you the plan for the new town, which is getting built very, very soon. Here it is. If you have any oppositions to the new town plan, please let us know immediately, because we're eager to get this one started.
Look, it's all well and good talking about Dick Run Claire and her amazing ability to find dicks in the road and then go and chase them down. But I'm a dude that when he gets inspired, he has to go and emulate that thing that does inspire him. And with 2019 being my year of fitness, it's time for myself to find a dick run right here in Adelaide, South Australia, and chase that dick down myself. It's time to dick-exercise.
Just arrived at my running location, sorted out some of the route that I'm going to take, but I don't know how big I want the shaft to be, how curvy I want the balls to be. Am I going to include pubes? I guess I'll find out on this bit of a run.
20 minutes into the run, I'm already stuffed. Oh, how dare I go after a phallic fitness challenge? I'm not even halfway up the first bit of the shaft. I've got a long way to go. 2.5 miles down, currently completing a bit of the knob. Just completed the little scoop bit. Knob done. I'm on the home stretch of the shaft, and then I start the balls. Currently working on ball number 1, but I'm 4.6 or 4.7 miles in. I'm absolutely toast. And I keep looking at the map and it just looks like the balls need to be big because it's quite a girthy shaft. So I'm working on it, but I'm on the walk. The getaway sticks have seen better days. Full Pete Murray, if you will. Oh, bro. Coming to the last corner of the second ball. I totally overshot the mark of what I meant to be, of how far I needed to run to complete it. I think I'm up to almost my 7th mile, so that's like 10 and a bit kilometers. But Dick Runclair, whew, you are an animal, you woman. What a legend. Finishing up the balls, and your boy's done. Whew. I don't know where the hell I messed up, but the balls are so bloody big. They're out of proportion to the rest of the shaft. And what's this little like pre-mini ball to the bigger ball? the knob I ran looks like a Pac-Man. Please know that this isn't to scale of any sort of scalable design of a penis, I would assume, unless there's a serious chip out of the bottom third of your phallic member, of which, if that's true, I apologise. But also, I don't apologise, because that means I've accurately represented you and your chipped Richard, which is something that I think aligns with what Dick Runclair is all about. Because if there's one thing we know about Dick Runclair, she's all about equality. Long dicks, short dicks, skinny dicks, fat dicks. And they're all there to be artistically run for everyone to see. So hats off to you, Dick Runclair. You pushed me to go on a further than expected run on a beautiful day. And for that, I can only thank you. You're a bloody legend.